What is good, Council of Comics? It is Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, 5 p.m. It's time for film and box office news. We're doing Glass this week. Be back in 30 seconds.
What's good, Council of Comics? It's the Film and Box Office News Live Podcast, episode number 85. We are ending the trilogy, the Unbreakable trilogy, and so much to talk about. X-Men, Bad Batch, Acolyte, The Boys got a trailer. Let's go!
Por favor, señora. Mi corazón me duele con lo que Jorge hizo. Ellos creen que es justo. No es justo, es verdad.
Black is like the brightest day. Where are the heroes? Soon as they get here, everything will be alright. I need a hero. Someone a superhuman who can come and save my life. Crisis after crisis.
It's good, Council of Comics. Welcome to the Film and Box Office News Live Podcast, episode number 85 for this Cinco de Mayo, Sunday, May 5th. I hope you guys enjoyed all of your festivities and all that. As always, please remember to like and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And with me, as always, the loyal council, Cliff, Phil, Green Shirt Guy, C. Bizzle. How are you doing today?
Totally forgot that was Cinco de Mayo today.
Yes. Cliff, how are you?
I'm well. How are you guys?
Look, he's got no energy. Don't worry, he'll get.
Before
some
we
energy.
even start, can I just say this?
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Cliff.
It doesn't work. Last year you guys did that to me, and this year you did it to Josh. Next year you did
It's still funny.
Is this a second birthday for Cliff?
It's only funny when it's happening.
All right, let's get to the things because we got a lot to talk about. Remember, if you are not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. And thank you for tuning in today. First off, Young at Heart Foundation, Faith, Trust, and Belief is their motto. It's run by our good friend Mike out in California. They do great things for children awaiting medical procedures. There's two ways you can help out this organization. You can become a donor because more than 100,000 people are waiting for a life-saving transplant, and you can help by registering as an organ donor today by hitting this button at the Young at Heart Foundation website. Register to become a donor for Donate at Life America. Second way you can help is to sponsor a Hope Kit, 100% tax deductible. They take all the funds that are collected and create nice little gift boxes for these children. It's a great thing. If you want to help out in other ways, give Mike a call at 845. No, not 845. Sorry. Mike at 323-396-9998 or email him at info@youngatheartfoundation.com. That's 323-396-9998. Help out today. Next up, Alternativerse. This is our home away from home. It's located at 870 Violet Avenue in Hyde Park, New York. They had their great Alternicon 3 yesterday. It's a fabulous event. I got a lot of footage. That video will probably be coming out on Thursday. You can check that out when it leaks. It's run by our good friend Anthony, one of the greatest people in comic books. He put together with Tom a great show yesterday, and he just has a great shop. They have comics, cards, and toys. They offer the Hudson Valley's biggest selection of comic books, all bagged and boarded. They don't charge you no extra price for no bags and boards. And no matter where you are, if you want to get 10% off your pull list, which means he would pick out all the books that you want for that week, you get 10% off. Give Anthony a call at 845-233-4234 or email him at alternaverse2@aol.com. The website is alternaverse.net. They also have tremendous card tournaments on the weekend, Lorcana, Pokemon, Magic. Just give him a call and he will give you the schedule. Alternaverse in Hyde Park, New York. Next up, Council of Comics, our YouTube channel. We're at 830. If you have not hit that subscribe button, please hit that subscribe button. We're on our way to 1,000. It shows no videos here. I don't know. My internet's just whack. It's wonky with the rain today, and it's wonky without the rain. I'm plugged in. But we got 8:30. Make sure you like and subscribe. We have tomorrow New Keys and Hot Comics of the Week, and on Wednesday we have New Comic Book Day live, episode number 97 with skits, conversation, new books, all that. So please like and subscribe. Next up, we have Cliff on Comics. Cliff is at 684 on his rise to 1,000. Cliff, do you have anything to say about your channel?
Nothing. I just debuted Comics and Coffee with Cliff yesterday with John's Council Kids, and that was great. So let's look forward to more of that. Saturdays, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm working on bringing back Crisis Quest trivia. I'm just trying to work around people's schedules to make it happen, plus my own schedule, so I can do the trivia. And otherwise, you can find me here for the council. So there you go.
Excellent. Please like and subscribe to Cliff on Comics. And last but not least, Couching and Slouching with C Bizzle. He's at 389 on his March 2000 as well. C Bizzle, do you have anything to say?
I just dropped my free comic book day video last night. It's doing very well on Instagram and on YouTube. Please check that out. And also, this Wednesday, I will be revealing who won my 200 subscriber giveaway. And then I plan on doing another 300 subscriber giveaway the week after that.
Excellent. Be sure to like and subscribe to Couching and Slouching with C Bizzle. Let's get that algorithm bumping. All right. It's film and box office news. We got a lot to talk about. A lot of things dropped this weekend and a lot of shows. First up, I want to talk about this. X-Men 97, episode number 8. The part 1 of the Extinction is Tolerance season finale. Had tons of cameos, but the overall is that Magneto was it EMP'd? He EMP'd the whole world, and a beautiful shot of him standing over the world at the end. Bastion has managed to turn the government and everything against the X-Men. They've made prime sentinels of literally everybody. And Magneto was captured. Val Cooper released him, and he shut down the whole world. And the famous saying at the end of the show was, Magneto was right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What are your guys'
Right.
on it?
It's spectacular. And Catherine Disher coming in to be the voice of Val Cooper when she was the original voice of Jean Grey is amazing.
Who was doing the voice for her before?
For Val Cooper?
Yeah, I mean, for the whole series she's been doing
The
it?
whole series, it's been her. But he had to have, Bo DeMail said he had to have her. He had to have her because Jean delivers the big speech in X-Men 92 about mutation, and he needed her voice to be there when Val gives the big speech leading into Magneto was right.
Okay.
So I thought that was on top of the very many things that he brought to this episode, including the fact that this was part 1 of the last 3-arc structure. The episode has its own 3-arc structure. He did everything, the rule of threes in this. Nightcrawler with the triple teleport with triple swords, the three-pronged screen, like when you're watching Wolverine and Nightcrawler fight side to side, like just 3 villain cameos, 3 hero cameos, like the man.
Let's talk about that Spider-Man cameo.
Yeah,
Spider-Man looked amazing, no pun intended. But there was rumors that he was going to show up. Not spectacular. There's rumors that after the X-Men, if it became popular, that they were going to expand on the whole 90s cartoon universe. And this adds on to those rumors because he looks just like the Spider-Man from the Spider-Man, the animated series. They don't have a voice. They didn't put a voice yet. The actor that actually voices Spider-Man has said that he's ready to go, but Marvel has not contacted him, is what he said. Which I don't believe.
I thought Spider-Man also had a cameo in the original X-Men too.
He did.
Yeah,
during
like
the
the
Dark
Phoenix saga,
Phoenix.
right?
But it was just a hand.
It was like, okay.
It was just his hand like shooting the webs because they didn't really have the rights for Spider-Man like that. Yeah.
That was an
Um,
appearance.
But I think the guy's telling a fib because I think the Avengers and Spider-Man are going to play a big role in season 2. There's no way that Magneto shuts down the whole world and the Avengers don't get involved. There's no way. Especially when you're showing cameos of Spider-Man, you showed a cameo of Doctor Doom, of Zemo, all these big villains. There's Avengers are gonna have to show up and say, "Well, what is going on with you mutants? What's going on with y'all?" They already teased that with Rogue and Captain America's little height tension scene. What do you think about that? You think we're gonna see more Avengers?
No, not yet.
Yeah,
Let's
you know
do
what?
the two.
I think we're gonna see kind of maybe even like little like in the like near future. It'll be like 5 episode story arc, like animated arcs of like, and even they could do like crossovers and stuff. So.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna. This is the X-Men story so very much. I don't think we're gonna see anyone very front and center. Like we
But why
may
would
see
you show
them-
those cameos and not
Right.
do anything?
Well, no, just to let us know that it's there, that the potential is there,
Yeah.
but also just having them
Good
too
tease.
present robs the X-Men of.
Well, look, they write this show very, very smart. They're very smart when they write this show. We know right now that every little piece means something. Every piece in this thing has a meaning. So I don't see how they have Magneto shutting down the whole world. Then they show cameos of Spider-Man, cameos of Captain America, and they not say, okay, Magneto did this, we have to go take down Magneto. I don't see how you don't put that in there. It can't be when you blacken the whole world, you excluded it from just an X-Men story.
Listen, the X-Men, the Avengers can be very busy trying to help out other people, and the X-Men go and try to handle this themselves.
Yeah, the Avengers could be off world.
You know, the event. Listen, I'm sorry, but the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, they exist in this universe, and they haven't done a shit this whole time. All right, Spidey's there, and all he did was a triple backflip for us. Okay, like I'm not worried about it. You know,
Wow.
and the comics are the same way. Look what it took for the Avengers to show up for the X-Men for the first time ever. It took Onslaught. That's what it took for the Avengers to go, you know what? We've been crappy friends, right? It took that much. Like, oh, y'all have been in continuity for 40 years? I'm sorry, this is the first time that we show up for you on purpose.
Blame the writers, blame the editors.
No, I'm sorry, but I mean, like, I do, but also, like, the world is a big place. We're talking about 20 almost 28,000 freaking circumferential miles of planet. There's stuff going on. Just because all the Sentinels fell out of the sky doesn't mean there's no other work to do. You know.
That's my other question. Are these humans that were turned into Prime Sentinels? Are they dead? Are they not able to go back to being a human? Because that's big if that's the case.
I don't think they're able to go back to being human. At least that's what I remember from the comics.
Because I'm thinking Rogue's got some Prime Sentinel in her. Because there's a little time space where she just showed up on the street, and nobody knew how she got there. So that would be something if she became a Prime Sentinel. We'll see.
Rogue can't become a Prime Sentinel.
Why not?
First off, she's a mutant.
You can turn mutants into Prime Sentinels.
Why would something dedicated to making mutants subservient want to make one into a Prime Sentinel?
Why don't I just turn one of their most powerful mutants into a Prime Sentinel so they can destroy the mutants for me?
Because they gave birth to the most powerful mutant ever, and he's a Sentinel.
What do you mean?
Bastion. He's the most powerful mutant ever, according to Nimrod in this series.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's not going to stop him from using the X-Men against each other.
Look, they're full of bigotry, so I feel like that would stop them. You know, also, Rogue needed to be submerged just like everyone else to become a Prime Sentinel. She wasn't submerged, she was knocked out.
You don't know what happened to her, though. She literally shows up on the street, and you don't know how she got there.
Dude, they got blown up in the air, and everyone fell to the ground.
No, that's not what happened. She just appeared on the street.
knocked out like she was upstairs before.
Yeah,
the explosion?
Nightcrawler was like, "Wake up, wake up!" We were like, "How did she get here?"
Dude,
We'll have
he
to- you have to
probably
watch it
teleported
again.
her down. I'm just saying, it's only moments from the explosion to the ground. Ro could have come down, Jean could have TK'd her, Nightcrawler could have teleported
No,
her
I
body.
think the
Her body
there's
could have
just-
crashed to the ground.
I don't think we're talking about the same moment because there was
Dude,
a time
it's
period
not
where
much
she.
of a moment. What could have happened there?
Anything could have happened in a moment you can't see, Cliff.
No, please stop
Oh
don't
my
overthink it.
goodness! Stop
Don't
opening the
overthink
door.
it.
That's what the point of the show is, Cliff.
No, it's not.
Open
This
the
show
door
is
wide.
with all the pieces
Open it
very
wide
nice.
and have people say things.
Yeah, my
That's what
God.
it's
I
about.
know. Listen, I don't want to waste time on crap. I want to waste time on what we actually saw.
Don't
and we
you
saw
say
lots
my
of
ideas
shit.
are crap.
This was great
We've been through this
content
before.
week.
Jeez.
It was amazing.
Everybody's ideas matter. Anyway, next up, the Bad Batch finished. The Bad Batch finished.
Oh, I'm behind. Don't.
Oh, come on, green shirt guy.
I wasn't home.
Come on, box office news, man.
I know. I wasn't home a lot this week. I was trying to get to it, so didn't get a chance to.
All I'm gonna say, it wasn't the ending that I wanted or expected. Wasn't bad ending, but all I can say is get ready for another show. There will be another show after this.
Shocking.
Yeah. But I think the show will be,
That's how it works.
let's put it this way. I believe the show might happen in the Mandalorian verse.
So what we're saying is that Disney Plus or Disney strung us along and then just long enough to create another show. I don't believe you, Sam.
Are we talking about X-Men still?
But I don't mind another show because it's done by Dave Filoni.
Right.
You know what I mean? Give me another show like this. I'm great with it. But it has a satisfying ending. It's just not what I would have wanted. But it's funny comments. Kamari is in the house. Fight, fight, fight. They want blood, I tell you. They want blood.
That's what people come for.
Anybody else watch this? Am I the only one that watched this?
I'm I'm behind the
Yeah,
Bad
I'm
Batch.
sorry.
All right, then we'll just move along. We're just moving along. How about this masterpiece right here? The new Acolyte trailer. Did anybody watch the new Acolyte trailer?
I did. I don't, you know.
What?
I'm really excited. I'm really excited with the girl portraying the lead role, but like, I'm still not sure what this show is yet.
Okay.
This is like the High Republic, right?
This show is about, loosely it starts around 100 years before Phantom Menace. So there are no Sith. The Jedi are in their highest era, basically. There's peace throughout the galaxy. But now there's a creepy little darkness that's creeping in. And the Jedi are starting to act like they're too good for themselves. This story is about the lead actress. What is her name again? Amanda something. I forget what her name is. But she was from the Hunger Games. She played Rue.
Yes, she played Rue. That's right, baby.
She's, from what the trailer is showing us, she's going around killing random Jedi for some unknown reason. And what's speculated is she's doing this because she's trying to become the next Sith apprentice. At the end of this trailer, they show, which could be the apprentice, but I think it's the master. He looks really creepy. He has a little bit of a Kylo Ren kind of helmet too. Trying to get a nice little picture of him, but
Looks like an Inquisitor.
yeah, but the red saber kind of gives it away, being that it's 100 years before, because the red saber it insinuates Sith. Now, what they're saying, people that know the Star Wars lore, you know that Darth Sidious's master was Darth Plagueis the Wise. So it's rumored that he could be in this series, and his master was called Darth Tenebrous.
Darth
So-
Darth Plagueis is so wise that he gave away his secrets and his apprentice killed him.
He's so
Super
wise.
Well,
Taught his
listen,
apprentice everything.
Wisdom, intelligence, and intuition are not all universally on one scale.
Well, wisdom and intelligence are on the same scale because wisdom and intelligence are not the exact same thing, but you cannot be wise and stupid.
You can be wise and dumb.
You can be wise and naive. You cannot be wise and dumb. Wisdom is knowledge and intelligence gained through time and age.
I'm gonna get into more comments, but Kamari put one for here. I think it'll be good. I love Amanda Stenberg. That's her name. So I'm excited to see it. Jazz off the trailer. Seems like it's going to be dramatic, and you know I love drama. Yeah, it's gonna be good. They didn't show Yoda. Yoda is alive during this time period. Phil, you know a lot about the High Republic as well. You read the novels and stuff. Yoda is alive. He's a little bit younger, a little bit more spry. Carrie Ann
Teenage
Moss.
Yoda?
No, not teenage Yoda.
That would be funny, wouldn't it?
It's more like 600-year-old, 700-year-old Yoda.
Oh, he's a baby.
Yeah, it's a baby.
Well, no. What's it, when 900 years old you reach, look as good you will not.
But there are a lot of dope scenes in here. It's basically a mystery. Somebody's hunting the Jedi. They make you to believe it's her, but she's probably part of it, not the main thing. This is a little group that the story behind this is that she was part of this group, her and her sister, and she was force sensitive, and the Jedi chose her over the sister. And then something happens to the sister where it makes her turn against the Jedi because the Jedi didn't save her sister. That's her right there as a kid. And that's her master. He has short hair here, and then you see him with long hair, so there will be some time jumps. But she looks great. And the scenes look great, a little bit kung fu type stuff. I love it. The ships look great. This trailer to me was a big improvement over the last trailer.
Okay.
Yeah. Some kind of story.
My reaction to it is still overly positive. It's just that, because the people who are being negative about it, I'm like, dude, like, there's not enough information from these trailers for all this negativity.
This is a series, right? Yeah,
Yes.
TV series.
Yeah, this is a series. It's in a new era that we haven't seen in live action yet, the High Republic. So I'm down to see what it.
Have any of these characters appeared in comic books yet?
This one right here is the only one. Where is she? She's green. There, that one. Vanestra Rowe.
Okay.
She's in the comics. That's the only one so far, but I think more will show up.
Okay.
Her key's probably about to blow up like crazy now.
That's why I asked, because every time I hear a new Star Wars series, the comic book the character was in just blows up out of nowhere.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that. That's the Acolyte. Next up, the boys also had a trailer for their next season. It looks bananas. If you watch
the one with the hero gasm in it.
Yeah, that was in the previous season.
Okay.
Yeah, that was in. Have you watched any of the boys yet?
No.
Oh, see, Bizzle, you don't know what you're missing, my friend.
So, from what I've been told,
this guy right here. This guy right here is crazy.
I've seen clips with Homelander. So
I don't know how they're gonna beat Homelander. I really don't know. Like, he's just so powerful. I don't know how they're gonna beat him. But Gen Z was the spinoff show that came out a while ago, and this is leading from that. And then at the end of Gen Z, they kind of made a virus that can kill soups. They call them soups and stuff like that. And this season is from what the trailer shows, it's about our bad boy right here. He wants to use that virus to kill the soups because he's just tired of them. I'm ready for this. The Boys is, I don't know how to explain it. The Boys is official. From the first episode, I was like, let's watch it. Oh, I said Gen Z. It's Gen P. Thank you, Kumar. The Boys is official from episode 1. I don't know, how would you explain The Boys? They're like what we've always wanted from superhero stuff.
No,
With
that's
hope.
no.
Something
because
I've
you're
always
trying to-
wanted. It's
no,
reality.
it's not, because that's not. No, they're a retaliation force. They're not superheroes.
It's the Watchmen cranked up quite a bit. Like
Yes,
more
the
vulgar,
Watchmen
more-
cranked up to 22 on a scale of
Right,
1
yeah,
to 11.
I would
Watchmen
say that's
cranked up
better.
to 22.
Yeah.
I would say that's better.
It's because the whole premise of the Watchmen is that the superheroes are humans and just as messed up as everybody else.
Yeah.
Right, and our heroes in this story, which are the boys, I mean, they are far from flawless. I mean,
And like they're like, and they're even more messed up. Like they're beyond, like they're not like everybody else. They're more messed up for their superpowers and stuff. That's
Right.
really
yeah. So I'm like, no, this is not how I want my superhero storytelling. I was the closest person who comes closest to trying to live up to being a superhero is Starlight. Like, Starlight is in it because she wanted to be heroic, and she sticks with it because she wants to be heroic. But even she is forced to make terrible compromises because, she could get somebody she cares about killed.
I remember that from the comics. I read some of the comic books, never really watched the show.
I will tell you this, Steve, is one thing I like here is that Starlight is way more involved. Like, I felt something that he kind of didn't do enough with in the comic book was he really left the Starlight involvement so far to the end, And like here, like we get Starlight involvement like right at season 1. We get little bits of it, and then that's it. After season 1, Starlight is just in it. She's in the mix.
Yeah, so I'm really excited for this. Probably won't be the last season. They keep saying it might be the last season, but I doubt that. It's just a very popular show.
I don't think it'll be the last season, but I think it's going to be a very heavy duty season.
Yeah, which I'm all down for. All down for it. All right, so The Boys is out there. All right, let's get into some comments. See who's in the house today. Let me see. Let me go all the way up. Yeah. Las Cruz says 1971 is in the house. Thank you for joining us. Phil's Treehouse is in the house. Thank you for joining us. Camaria is in the house. Thank you for joining us. Kenneth Bird, you're in the house. You have to get in touch with us, friend. You won the new Comic Book Day Live prize. You have to get in touch with us. You can either email me at thecouncilofcomics@gmail.com, or you can reach me at our Instagram, the Council of Comics 2, and message me there. All right. Good to see that you're in the house tonight. Who else? Canadian Survivalist is in the house. Thank you for joining us. Trev, the Shipping Guru, is in the house. Thank you for joining us. Jay Margolis is in the house. Thank you for joining us. And Agu Rhythm is in the house. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Kenneth Burr says it's working hard today on this panel. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody does it here. Listen, sometimes we get a little lax and we got to turn that dial up. So I'm here to support all you guys. I like what you do. I like all the movies and other stuff you do for everyone is here today. Thank you so much. I'll still here supporting you. Excellent. Thank you, Kenneth Bird. It's much appreciated. Much appreciated. All right. Next up. It's time for that box office. And oh my God. 3 weeks in a row. 3 weeks in a row that it has not broken 7 million total of all the movies. This is quite possibly the worst weekend or the worst 3 to 4 weeks in movie history. I don't know. It's getting tough. Number one is The Fall Guy.
June is around the corner, baby.
It's
June is
true.
around the corner.
Oh, wait. Deadpool comes out in July. What big movies come out in June?
All right, July's around the corner, baby.
Yeah.
But what comes after like July? All right, so July, the box office goes boom, Deadpool comes out, and then like August,
And then
Box
either
office goes boom.
Deadpool saves the movie theaters, or we're gonna find out.
Phil Treehouse says because everybody was at Free Comic Book Day. That's right.
That's true.
Yeah.
This is the only Marvel movie this year, so enjoy it. Enjoy it. Was there? I don't think there's any DC movies coming out either. So we shall see what's going on. The Fall Guy came in at number 1 with 28 million. That's
Is
the
that?
movie-
Oh, I didn't know that was out. I do want to see that.
Yeah, that's the movie with Ken from Barbie.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Right.
he has a real name, but
Yeah, I know.
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. What was I gonna say? The Fall Guy was a show back in the 80s.
100% was.
It was, yeah, I remember that show because I
Lee
always
Majors
loved the
that played
truck.
the Fall Guy?
Yeah,
Yeah, he had the brown truck with the
the
eagle
truck
on the
was
hood.
iconic in that show.
Yeah.
That truck was
Yeah, it was.
iconic. They better
Oh,
have the
I
truck in
love
this
that.
movie.
Dude,
They
I
better
heard
have
not
the
one
truck.
good thing about this movie, so brace yourselves.
Wow. Wow.
It was
Um,
number 1 movie of the week. There's a good thing.
I mean,
I'm down
yeah.
for it.
I mean, they can put that in their advertising, number 1 movie of the week. That would
Yeah,
definitely
they
work for
all
them.
do that though, at some point or another.
Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace was re-released. Made another 8 million right there.
That shows the box office since that was number 2.
It does show the box office. Zendaya's Challengers are in at number 3. Only dropped 49%. New movie called Tarot comes in with 6 million. Godzilla
IGN
vs. Kong, huh?
IGN gave Tarot a 2 out of 10.
2.
Yeah. So
Guess they didn't see that coming.
it's supposed to be. They said it was a ripoff of Final Destination.
Really?
Yeah.
Where'd you get that is in the house. Thank you for joining us. And Big Larry Jackson's in the house. Thank you for joining us, Big L. Godzilla vs. Kong still only dropped 37%. I want to see how much this movie made so far. I want to see. 546 million. I think that's good numbers for them. I think that's good numbers for Godzilla vs. Kong.
I wonder how much.
And they're gonna kill it on the digital market.
Yeah.
They're gonna kill it on the digital market. Civil War still in at number 6. That shows you how weak this movie thing is. That Civil War is still in there. Unsung Heroes at number 7. Kung Fu Panda 4 still hanging in there. Abigail, the Universal Monsters movie that they didn't promote as a Universal Monsters movie, but then said it was a Universal Monsters movie. Great job there, Universal. Ghostbusters still in number 10. Ghostbusters. Wow. All right. That's what's good. The Ministry of Gentlemanly Warfare.
Now, see, that movie's a lot of fun.
Oh, Larry says Abigail is a good one. We should check it out.
Yeah, the vampire one. That one's pretty good too.
Dune is still in there.
Yeah, but at 12. And Monkey Man is there at 13. Like, I'm just sad for them. Man, those are good too.
Let's see what the final movie of on the last. Humane with 3,500. You made the top 31.
In the meantime, Late Night with the Devil is great. If you like a supernatural horror.
Yeah, just a
With
pretty,
the guy who
pretty
played
weak.
Polka Dot Man.
Pretty weak box office. Fall Guy takes number 1. Not much to really talk about there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time.
I want to check out Abigail.
Yeah, I'll probably check it out too.
Yo, you should also check out Late
When it
Night
comes
with
on
the Devil.
streaming. So your homework, ladies and gentlemen, for this week, was the last chapter of the Unbreakable trilogy. This is Cliff's trilogy. Glass, starring James McAvoy, Bruce Willis, and Samuel Jackson, came out in 2019. Security guard David Dunn uses his supernatural abilities to track down Kevin Wendell Crumb, a disturbed man who has 24 personalities.
The Horde.
The Horde.
The Horde.
I enjoyed this movie.
I watched it
I enjoyed
this
this very
morning.
much.
It was I thought it was great.
I liked it a lot
Yeah.
too.
I thought it was lacking a little bit of Glass in the beginning.
Oh,
Yeah.
this movie becomes
but that's a
very.
small
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anything, it's a little bit of that it suffers from a little bit that level 10 intelligence. Like, you know, I thought it like they could have been like written a little bit smarter.
Right,
Especially like the group.
when you're trying to write characters that are supposed to be smarter than you are in real life, you run into a trap.
Yeah.
You
That's a
know?
trap!
That's what I'm saying. I have a big beef with people writing characters that are level 10 intelligence and higher because it's like you are not a level 10 intelligence. So how are you doing it? And do you know somebody who's even a level 9 that you could talk to?
Like, you know, and then this is like that's what it really started. Like, all right, you got Mr. Glass, and you got like, you know, pretty much like the superhero group that like hunts people like Mr. Glass, and like he beat her really like she should have been a little bit smarter to see that like hole. And,
No, see, I bought it. I bought that they were fooled by him because there's nothing saying that they're as smart as him. Right? And then the other thing is we still live in a very superficial world. So him being so physically weak, right? It still doesn't, you know, it still keeps them in a mindset that he's weak. And like it will be easy. It's like, oh, he's on the move over here, so all our eyes are on this. You know, like I'll keep your eyes on him because he's dangerous. He's most dangerous. We don't have our eyes on him, and he took advantage of that. He actually took advantage of you have your eyes on me, and now I'm even more dangerous.
That part I believe. That part was very believable. But the you know, I got all these cameras recording and like nothing's gonna happen with that thing, right? Like that part, I was like, oh.
I knew something had to do with the cameras because just watching the 2 movies before that, when she was like, I put cameras everywhere, and they show a guy putting in the camera and everything.
Yeah.
I was like, that there's something about that camera that's gonna play into later. Okay, so it starts off with David Dunn and his son. They're a lot older. This is like 15 years after Unbreakable. And they're kind of like a superhero little squad. His son is like the guy in the chair, basically.
He's the Oracle.
Almost like,
he's the Oracle.
The guy that helped out the Punisher.
Yeah, and then David Dunn's just going out helping around. But he's trying to find the Horde. He's trying to find the Horde. He eventually does find the Horde, who have already been kidnapping and killing people, but he ends up going somewhere, and it's funny because the Hedwig character is running and he he bumps him by accident, and he sees everything. And he follows them there, and he frees the people that he's got captured. The Beast comes, they get into a fight, but then the police come, and then the other character that's new to this comes in. The other character comes in, they arrest him, they put him in the psychiatric ward, and they're trying to make them believe that they're regular people. They're just having extraordinary moments.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's when my BS radar kicked in.
Yeah.
And that is like, and what was like, all right, we take care of like superheroes. Let's just get to the point of taking care of all these
Yeah.
We got a big bucket of water out here ready for you, Bruce Willis.
Right. That was the point. Like, if they're not superheroes, why do you have that tank of water out there and you're drowning them?
Well, because
exactly.
he believes it.
I mean,
Right, they're convincing him
Because
we're
he
only doing
believes
the
it.
water thing because you believe water is your weakness.
Right.
Yeah, I
Right?
guess
And
you
it's like,
could say
what
that,
kind
yeah.
of psychologist does that shit?
But David Dunn never believes the whole thing. One of the
No,
best
not
shots,
for 1 second,
best
ever.
shots is when they have Glass, the Horde, and David Dunn all sitting next to each other,
Yeah.
and they're talking to him. That was a great scene. But she says it's David Dunn, and he's just like, "No, you're
Yeah.
wrong. Doesn't make any sense what you're saying." But she manages to put some doubt into the Horde.
Yeah.
Because of the things that she says. Oh, the shotgun was old. Because she was like, but the shotgun, yeah, it was an old shotgun, old
Yeah.
pellets.
And some of the pellets could have hit the bars, which
Yeah, they're gonna hit
which
the
is BS
bars.
because she had the gun through the bars.
that
Yeah.
was a
Yeah.
point blank shot.
Yeah.
Like,
And they tried to say he
Yeah.
was like a rock climber. That's why he
Right.
could
Yeah.
scale the walls
And
and
then
all
it
that.
said
Yeah,
the
yeah, I
bars,
was like,
the
come
bars
on.
were old, so I bent them with the wrench. I'm like,
Yeah.
but he bent them with his hands. Like, he didn't have no tools.
I'm like, does she believe what she's saying to these
Yeah.
people? Like, what is going on here? And then
And also,
eventually,
she had a
Go
time
ahead.
limit. She's like, I only have 3 days to convince you. It's like, why do we have such a strict
why
time
do
limit?
why do we only have
Yeah.
3 days?
Yeah, I'm like, lady, you are full of sus, full of it.
Yeah. My
Um,
radar was just going off the whole time. I was like Spider-Man.
It starts to finally be revealed that Senor Glass is playing everybody.
Of
'Cause he-
course, as he should.
He shows up in
can
the
I-
middle of the hallway.
Yeah.
That's funny. They're like, "Did you let him out?" No. Why is he in here? And the dude's mad, angry. Remember when the guy walks in and he has the flashlight?
Yes.
He's like, "Oh, I gotta do is
Yes.
drop this on your legs." I thought he was really gonna drop it on his legs, but then he caught it. He dropped
Yeah.
it. And give Samuel Jackson just no expression whatsoever. No expression.
Can I say the orderlies pissed me off more than anybody in this movie?
Yes.
Like how dumb they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's kind of a
Okay.
trope for those
True.
movies anyway, or that in
True.
that setting in movies. The orderlies are always really stupid and really mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, they pissed me off in this movie.
Although what
Especially
did,
when it
did
talks
crack
a
me
lot.
up though was when the first time he's out in the hallway like that. It reminded me of. Now this is gonna sound weird. The high school I went to. They had a room for a group of students who were how to say it in now. I know how I was said back then, but they drooled and they were mentally a little bit behind. And there was routinely this one kid with I don't know how he got out of the room because it almost always had a 1-to-1 they each had their own aide, and he would be on the other side of the building all the time. I don't know how he got out, and he would be on the other side of the building. People just waved. He was a nice kid, but he had they had a resource room or whatever you want to call it. But routinely he would get out. So it was believable that Glass could do it because he's a smart guy. But I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
Did you notice that the doctor's colors was white? Because, David is green, Mr. Glass is purple, the Beast is yellow, but she is white, like hospital white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I thought because he's very much been into the color theme for these films, especially in this movie. And also when they're all together in one room, the room is essentially purple, letting you know that Mr. Glass is in control of the scene.
Mm.
I thought that I saw the use of color was really good. Like when she's walking the hallways, the color scheme matches her as if this is her environment, right? Like I just thought, this was definitely one of his most structured and thought out stories.
Yeah. So eventually, Mr. Glass makes it into the Horde's room and basically tells the Horde and the Beast, I can get you out of here. We can get out of here, pretty much. And he tries to tell the Horde, he's like, you are real. You are the Beast. And they're having doubts. And the Beast comes out and he's like, they put doubts into my Horde.
Well,
He's like,
this scene you're showing, I know why you would do this in a movie. But if this is a real facility and you want to keep these guys separate, right? Why would you put them across the hall from each other?
across the hall, right?
So something like that could happen where they would both know that they were right there.
it's not really even like a real facility. It's almost like this is where we're gonna put you superheroes for right now until
Right.
we take care of
Yeah.
We'll
you.
use you.
And you
Yeah.
could have
Yeah.
put it, and they clearly constructed those cells to house them as they were bringing them in, so you didn't have to put them right next to each other.
And I love this concept of you all think you're superheroes. It's like one of them, the other two are murderers.
Oh, we put the super
That's the
villains.
thing that was tripping me out. When she
Yeah.
kept calling them all superheroes, I'm like, no.
No, you're all villains. Although
Well, I
I gotta say, you know, this movie came to a very Magneto is right conclusion. You know,
Well,
because for all the terrible things that Elijah was doing, right? He just wanted to prove to the world that they were real, and that's what he succeeds with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
Well,
I
we're-
would,
Go
I
ahead.
would posit this too, that Bruce Willis's character, while having altruistic means, is also a murderer.
No, because although he seemed to seriously hurt people, no one
He did not kill the prisoner guy or the guy in the orange suit.
Oh, he killed that guy.
He
Yeah,
100% killed that guy.
he
Was
killed
that guy
guy.
probably deserving of it?
Yeah,
It's
but he took a
arguable, but
vigilante.
he still
That's what the
murdered
lady
him.
was saying. Like he took a vigilante stance, and those people, they even though they were bad, they deserved their due
their
process.
due process. But no,
Yeah.
but the thing is, anyone he killed was that we had seen, except for maybe orange suit guy, pretty much was doing something super awful.
That doesn't mean that you just get to murder people.
It doesn't
Punisher
mean that if
said
I had
so.
superpowers, I wouldn't.
I'm not. So then you'd be a murderer with superpowers.
And I would have to live with that, but at least I know justice was served, even if
I think you missed what I said
even
at the
if
beginning.
social constructs that we have in place, which fail people constantly.
You missed what I said at the beginning. Altruistic reasons, still a murderer.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
So
Don't worry. I'll let the rivers run with blood on my hands for the safety of the rest of you.
don't include me on your murder.
You're right.
Oh, you'll be the first one that I seek vengeance for.
No,
Don't
no,
worry.
sir. Don't know him at all. Never seen him before.
Yeah. We got these hours and hours.
But we got these videos with you guys together. No, no.
Oh,
Those are all what do you call it? That's all AI right there, my friend. That's not real.
Now you start sounding like the
Let's
doctor.
know them.
So Mr. Glass eventually, him and the Horde get freed. They make it out, but Mr. Glass also says to David, I turned off the water pumps. We're gonna go. He's saying that they're gonna go to this new building that's in the city where everybody's gonna be, and we're gonna kill a lot of people unless you get there to save us.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tower.
And human bones would break, except for yours, unless you aren't who you say you are.
Right. And so he actually busts out of the room. Takes him a couple times. I don't know if it's because he doubted himself or because he's like
He's a little
it takes
older.
him a couple times.
I mean,
yeah.
I think it's believable they would take him more than one shot.
Yeah. So he breaks out of there, and it all leads to this big fight in the courtyard between the Horde and David.
The showdown.
The showdown, yeah. They have their scuffle, but it's revealed that Mr. Glass, when he made the train crash from Unbreakable, that Kevin Wendell Crumb's father was actually on that train as well.
Didn't I say that last week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was watching it this time, going, did I just not remember that I knew that, or was it like teased in my brain? That kind of thing.
I have a question for everyone here. Would you trust M. Night to do an actual MCU or DCU movie?
No.
Yeah.
It depends on what it was.
I mean,
Who's writing the script?
Oh, M. Night. Let's give it like writer and
Yeah.
director. Let's do it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if he's writing it, no.
I don't know.
But if
Yeah,
they
Like,
give him a script and go, we need you to do this, I think visually, I'm not worried.
I
That's
think
good.
Justice League Dark or something. He could probably
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I
something
can see
in
that.
terms.
I can
like
see that.
Or
I
reboot
can
of
see-
Villains.
He gets the concept of superheroes and comic books. He gets that concept from these three movies. So,
Yeah.
We'll see.
And a little bit of horror with it too. So like
Yeah.
even like a Marvel thing, like what is it, like Werewolf by Night or
Would you give him Doctor Strange 3?
No.
No.
You know what? Like, all right. Who do I get other choices or like?
Yeah.
I would
I
give
couldn't think-
him. I would give him
Who directed
a
the
movie
first
based
one?
on Ravencroft. The Insane Asylum and MC in Marvel. I would give him a movie based on.
Is that Spider-Man though,
Sushi.
right? Is Ravencroft Spider-Man?
I believe
That's
so.
Sony?
Yes, I know. Carnage.
That'd be
is on there.
Sony's.
Yeah, he was locked up in there.
What was I say?
Doctor Strange. You know
The
what?
first one,
might-
I don't remember who directed the first Doctor Strange. I know Sam Raimi did the second one.
I didn't look it up.
So this leads into a battle. They fight in the middle of the courtyard, and Glass is just revealing that he used the fact that they put cameras throughout the whole building to watch him. He's like, I'm going to use this to broadcast to the world that this is really happening.
Well,
That these people
no,
really
he didn't
exist.
reveal it.
When
At
does
the
it get
end,
revealed?
remember she's in the comic book shop when there's the two guys.
Okay,
talking
oh
about-
yeah. I went
and
ahead
then,
of
and then
myself.
she puts it together.
Yeah, I went ahead of myself. So it's revealed that Glass is the reason for the train turning over. So the
Yes.
Horde turns against Glass, kind of like crushes his shoulder, then
And then punches
smacks
him.
him in the chest, and he flies back. And then
Oh!
yeah, then the Horde I think takes David Dunn and throws him in the big water tank.
Mhm.
But he breaks out of the water tank, but he's still hurt, and he gets shot. The Horde
Yes.
gets shot from a sniper that has a little tattoo. They make a point to show the little tattoo in his hand.
Right,
And
so
he
that you
starts,
recognize that tattoo. Is
Yeah,
that
and-
one of them.
and he starts to go through all the personalities as he's dying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before that scene, though, he was gonna run to the building, to the main building where those people were in the city, the Houston.
Mhm.
But the
Right.
girl from the first movie who's in here, Casey,
No, from Split.
No, she's from Split, the second movie.
on the second movie, she grabs him and is able to stop. And for some reason, the beast listens to her.
Right.
And he
Because
can't. Like,
she
let me
has
go.
Well, because she's pure.
Because
Yeah.
she's pure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that gives them time
One
to
of
shoot.
us.
Then he gets
One of
shot in that.
So I'm watching that scene, and she's talking to him, and he turns back into Kevin, and I'm going, are they supposed? Because like I said, I haven't seen this movie in a bunch of years. I'm like, are they gonna get together here? And I'm going, Daryl watched the last half hour of the movie with me. I'm like, if that was you, would you trust me with my 23 other personalities? Would you show back
No.
up? She's like, oh hell no.
No. But then he gets shot. He starts to die. He goes through all his personalities. And the part that gutted me, man, the drowning of David Dunn.
Yes.
Yeah, that pissed
I was
me
like,
off.
oh my, what is going on here? I was like, no more.
Well, and
This
that's
guy-
on camera too, though. Think about it.
Yeah, but that's what
Yeah.
I say. Okay, so they killed David Dunn, Unbreakable. So all of them are dead. Glass is dead. But the reveal is that the doctor goes up to Glass before he dies, and she just tells him, "You were right.
Yeah.
They are superheroes, and our job is to make sure that nobody knows that there are superheroes and all that." But
We
I just
can't
wanted to
have
let
any
you know.
And this has
men.
worked for 10,000 years.
Yeah, I just want to let you know that you were right before you died.
Right.
Yeah.
She did the same shit to David. She goes, David, take my hand.
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Yeah.
And you see the tattoo on her hand too.
You see the
Yeah.
tattoo on her hand as well. And then, she thinks she's gotten away with it with her little group because they show like restaurants, and all these restaurants just stop still and they have their little thing. Yes, we've taken care of the 3 in here. But the twist. The twist.
Yeah, but when you see that, one of his powers is he can see the person's past or whatever, their motives.
He can
And
see their
when he
sins.
grabs her hand, that scene was a little murky. Everyone kind of leaves, and then they close the door, and they're like, "It's just us now." But they don't tell you what that
Yeah.
group is until much later. It was just like,
Yeah.
all right.
What I'm lost though. What was the thing that made her go look
So
For
she's
sure.
in the comic book store for whatever reason.
Oh yeah,
There's
yeah,
two
yeah.
guys talking about the mastermind, and he always does something to make you look this way while he's really working the other way. And there's a
Yeah.
twist at the end of every book. And she's like, "Wait a minute!" And then you get the flashback of him talking about the cameras, and then then she runs back to, and then we know why he was typing in that room at one point.
Yeah, so what happened was he took all that footage and streamed it to a offline
server.
website or server.
Right.
He didn't make it public though. He sent it to the mom, to
His
son, and that girl.
Right.
To
me, that was the best scene of the whole movie. Was when you see the closed caption or the closed circuit footage of her in the hallway, just going no from behind. That was the best scene of the whole movie.
Yeah. So Mr. Glass is actually the hero at the end.
Well, I mean,
he wins.
Yeah, he wins.
Right, but he is. I mean, he's horrible for the terrible things he did. He is right to win, though.
Yeah, he wins in the end. So
it's
the whole world knows
was right.
hero.
He's still a mutant terrorist, mind you, but Magneto was right.
Yes, and the whole world knows about superheroes, which leads me to believe they should continue this series.
I agree.
No, you know what? Honestly,
I
let's
like this
end too much of a good thing. This is a beautiful 3-act structure. Each film is unique unto itself. This third one bridges the stories together very nicely. I'm done. You know, what needed to be achieved is achieved here. If M. Night got something in him to readdress this, then he should do what Planet of the Apes is doing and be like, yep, here's the world 200 years later after that incident. Let's do that.
No, I agree with Cliff. You gotta stop getting in my brain because I completely agree with what you said, except for the doing another one 200
yeah
years
no I'm perfectly happy what we have here, and that is it. You know,
I was damn though. I want another one.
How about crazy?
No, you don't. You don't.
Do not tell us what we want.
You know,
If we say we want another one, we will have another one, Cliff.
Stop lying to yourself. You don't want the Matrix 4. We don't want the Matrix 4.
We wanted Matrix 4. Who told you we didn't want it? We did want it, but we didn't know it was going to be crap.
By the way, we will never see more of this anyway unless it comes
we wanted
from
Force
M. Night,
Awakens. We didn't know Force
M. Night
Awakens was going to be
funded
like that.
Split and this movie himself.
Yeah. I would say
I didn't know word Sam said, but anyhow.
How wild is this? Because I looked this up because I was thinking about it. So, how old do you think Glass's mom is supposed to be at the end of this movie?
72?
How old do you think Samuel L. Jackson is when this movie came out?
72?
70.
70.
Really?
He's 70 when this movie came out. His mother, the actress that plays his mother, is 5 years younger than him.
I know, I love it.
All right, let's get some numbers. Green Card guy, you're up first. What's your numbers?
I give this a 9. This is my favorite of the three.
Okay. See Bizzle?
I give it a solid 9. Split was my favorite of the three, but this was still very, very good.
Okay. Phil?
I liked Split better than this, so Split's my favorite of the three. I gave Split a 9. So this is gonna be like an 8.7, 8.5. Like it's very close to that. It's good. It's really good.
Yeah, because I gave Split 9.5, so I got to give this a 9.
Clifford?
I'm giving both Split and this a 9.
Nice.
Okay.
But my reasons for them getting to a 9 are different reasons, but they're both deserving.
Yeah.
I will also give this movie a 9. Overall trilogy, great.
Yeah.
Most
Must
grounded
watch
superhero
again.
movie trilogy that I've seen.
They even said it that it was gonna be grounded, like when they're leading up to the battle. They're like, "Yeah, this isn't gonna be a comic. We are on Earth."
Yeah, pretty great. So that's Glass, everybody.
I will say this: I don't need another movie, but if they made comics of this universe, I would read the comics.
I would too, hands down.
All right.
Not these ones.
All
But
right.
going
Would you
forward.
give M. Night Doctor Strange? the next Doctor Strange? I think I would.
I
You know
would.
what? Yeah.
I would.
It's the worst that
I'd
could
put
happen.
parameters though. I'd be like, this has to lead into this. This has to go into here. But this little chunk you got here, you can do whatever you want. But just make sure it makes sense.
Scott.
And you
Scott
get another
Derrickson-
show out of it or a movie.
Yeah.
It's the Disney way.
Scott Derrickson was the first director for
Scott Derrickson, that's who it was. That was the first Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
All right, so next week, see Bizzle, I think you're up for movies, right?
I think it is.
Yeah, see Bizzle, you're up. But next week is Mother's Day.
Okay.
So we're gonna leave it on the table whether we do a show or not. If anything, me and Cliff will jump on if we're not at a Mother's Day event. We'll see how it goes. We're gonna leave it up in the air. We'll just talk about loose stuff. But
So
see
we're-
Bizzle,
Okay.
go ahead,
Okay,
Green Sugar.
so he gets a pick for 2 weeks from now.
Yes.
Right.
Do you know what movie series you want to do?
The wipe off is great.
It's either going to be an action
Okay.
trilogy, or they're both action. I got the top of my head. I'm not going to say it now, but I'll give you a.
You're not gonna be here next Sunday, so you gotta let us know.
I'm gonna let you know off screen today.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll let everybody know next week what the next trilogy will be.
Yeah.
Because
I
we
want
know
you-
it's Mother's Day. You know, spend time with your mamas out there. You know, we'll jump on if we're not doing anything, and we'll have fun. But if you got to be able to spend time with your mama, spend time with your mama. Go out there, do that. All right, let's go through the comments. See who was here tonight. Give some thank yous. All right. Of course, as always, Las Cruces was in the house tonight. Thank you. Phil's Treehouse was chilling with us today. Thank you very much. Kamaria was in the house. Thank you for chilling with us today. Kenneth Bird is in the house. Thank you. I know you asked a question, Kenneth, about the Instagram, and I think Cliff put that in the comments. So check the comments out, and you'll see the Instagram is the Council of Comics 2 on Instagram, at the Council of Comics 2. Canadian Survivalist joined us today. Trev the Shipping Guru joined us today. Jay Margolis was in the house. Thank you for being with us. Yes, Jay Margolis. Jay Margolis won our spectacular prize of last month. Tomorrow we're starting a new prize, so tune in. Agu, is it Agu Rhythm?
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Big L Larry Jackson was here. Thank you for being here, Big L. Where did you get that was in the house. Thank you for joining us. Circumstances was in the house. Thank you for joining us tonight. S Vaughn 82 was in the house. Thank you for joining us. John Comic Avalon was in the house. Thank you for joining us. And that was it. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night, Monday night, 8 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific, for our new Keys and Hot Comics of the Week. We go over all the new books that are coming out, and we start our new monthly giveaway contest. We got some new books to give away all week. Get a chance to win a duck to be entered into the end of the month prize. We'll be sending out Jay Margolis's. It's being sent out soon, right? Or is it already
He
sent
has
out?
it.
Oh, they got it already.
Yeah,
That's
that's why I'm saying thank you.
What? No unboxing?
wow. J Marcos, if you do an unboxing video, please tag us in it.
He
Love
doesn't
to
do
see it.
videos. He
Love
only
to see it.
mentions.
Cliff's such a Debbie Downer. Anyway, Cliffy Downer. We gotta find a C word that matches with Cliffy.
Oh, there's a C word.
On that note, for myself, for Cliff, for Phil, for Green Shirt Guy, for C Bizzle, and the rest of the Council of Comics, we love you. Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe, and we will see you next time. Peace.
Black is like the brightest day. Where are the heroes?